badass, kick-ass soldier of God. And now he finna take on this body with attitude against you for not doing your fucking work. You know?
And that's that inner struggle that everybody feeling and going through.
W.E.B. Du Bois called the war and soul in Souls of Black Folks. You know, one side is grappling with working with the system, and the other side is grappling with being my sovereign self.
So that's kind of like how the brain's set up with the left and the right hemisphere.
They do two different things.
Yeah.
If you stop trying to stop one from doing its part and then both sides do their part, then they'll tell a different story because it'll be cleaner. Left brain logic is going to clean up the rough or cloudy areas of the right brain abstract. Right? So now the magnifying glass focusing clear as the sunlight comes through to burn that ass up.
Which is the pineal gland, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And the pineal gland activates your anterior gyrus when it comes on. Your anterior gyrus is a high density energy cable to prime source in order for you to download your entire consciousness. Once your consciousness is downloaded, you stop using that superhighway conductive channel of information. And then you start letting somebody tell you your answers is outside of yourself. Soon as they did that, you didn't use it, so it atrophied. Since you're not using it, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll be here when you need me, but you got to earn it back. That atrophied muscle must be rehabilitated. Once it's rehabilitated, then it has to be exercised and worked out so it could build to be strong enough. Right? This is going to put you through different situations in your lifetime. We call it life resistance exercising. The strong.
So we've been going through that this whole time, unknowingly.
Yep. Because Mother Nature gonna develop you using what's around you and what you use. She's gonna develop you, and she's gonna use your circumstances to make sure you develop from your life to do your life's work when it comes time to follow through with that process. You might take up some classes on something when you're a teenager and don't go back to it until you're in your 40s. Now that you back to it, you remember all that information. That just made all of your other information between then and now link up on the unified field theory to give you a better understanding of the topic than you ever had. And now you got it from a higher level of understanding.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful process. It's crazy. But it's a beautiful process once you get to the point of understanding it. But that's why I thought. So look. So is that the problem then? The fact that we've been going through what is it called? What did you say? Where you said like basically we've been asleep this whole time unknowingly. What is it called?
It's called a Kali Yuga. This the sleep state of the gods, or the sleep phase of the gods.
Okay, so that's what. Okay, so is that the problem then, and the reason why it's this like mass activation going on?
It's mass activation because nothing. Okay, so here's the law of nature. It's the law of chaos, what they call the law of entropy, which is a relativity law based on the premises of order and disorder. Right? Entropy is moving away from the center of a thing as it expands. Right? So the entire expansion in the process of moving away from the center is the whole chaos entropy dynamic. Okay, now you got the order dynamic. The order is the ability to catalog each piece of that chaos, what is for, what it can be best used for, what works best with it, and then you reassemble it. Right? And this creates a whole new mental matrix for you to now learn from or experience and use to your advantage.
That kind of puts me in the mind of astrology and the zodiac sign and how it's, because when you say going from the middle outward, that puts me in the mind of a circle. And then how you said it's the categorizing, which is the zodiac signs in each signs. And then you got the houses and the deacons and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And those so the zodiac sign is predicated upon the Philippines say produce Hoover. We don't just left. Those over here in the Moor Inca the left to say produce Hoover. I could have picked Angel Bay, but he's not my chief. He's the one that bought off on me though. He put me to the test to see how I'm gonna stand up under the pressure. He did do that, but Larry, my chief, I have to give them my chief. They don't want to talk anymore. They telling me what they want, giving me updates, but they don't want to talk to me anymore now. Now they saying, you who fixed this, who broke this conjure, go get your chief. So when they've been showing you all this time making fun of y'all, they already knew niggas can't come together on one thing ever. We ain't never did it in the system. Motherfuckers been using the method of divide and conquer. We ain't never came together on one thing. This is the easiest way I can make it for us all to come together and centralize the power. One leader out front. It ain't me. It's Larry. Larry is the board member, the chairman of the board of the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. I'm a gangster disciple, and the gangster disciple fixed the problem as a witch doctor. They won't want to talk to me anymore until they talk to Larry. So every time I go to them, they say, where's Larry Hoover? So then when I tell y'all the message, you got the smart asses on here that their intelligence is so high that they be like, he a gangbanger. Really? You don't even know what the fuck going on. Then go sit your ass down somewhere. You got the other ones that come in. I thought you said that they was going to come in and swoop down, tear shit up. I said, if they don't comply with the orders, stupid motherfucker. If they don't comply with the order to produce Larry, they was going to blow some monuments up to show you motherfuckers to come together. But the government already agreed. They shot the blue beam in the air. The blue beam shot in the air in D.C. 2 days ago said, okay, we will produce Larry if you can get these people to ask for us to produce him. And y'all not going to never make that happen. These niggas ain't going to never come together like that. So we going to sit back and we have a deadline to produce Larry. I don't know what it is because only the sisters can get dates. I can't get dates in time. I can read them, translate them, but only the women know that it's written in the law. No man know the day nor the hour, but the sisters can find out. The sisters can get the deadlines and tell us. And then when they give me the sign, they're going to tell it to me in the code. I'm going to tell y'all the deadline for whatever the event, thing, or circumstance is. I don't know times. That's not my lane. That's the sisters control the time frame of events. I don't. I read the events in real time as they unfold them to me. But premonition, foresight was taken to me because people made mockery of me as a child. So that gift was taken away because it was used to inflict pain upon me. The same as my ability to give people the lottery number was taken away from me from people lying to a baby, telling the baby, if you give me the number, I'm going to go buy you some ice cream. And these motherfuckers come back with a new car, new clothes, new shoes, and baby still didn't get his ice cream. You can't do that to these kids and kill their innocence like that. That kills the magic. of who we are. That's why we can't use the magic. Lying to the babies, misleading the babies, feeding them bullshit. All of this shit is an orchestrated design. It's not an accident. It's on purpose. All of this shit is an orchestrated motherfucking design on purpose. It's not an accident. Your misery and suffering is not an accident. Your loss of leadership is not an accident. This shit is well orchestrated and well planned. They just can't outplan and outplot me. I'm not because I'm smarter than them. That ain't even the reason. I'm just more determined to defend my family than any of them motherfuckers. That's all. I'm more determined to defend the innocent and the weak. I'm more determined to defend the children and the sisters than they are. Because my determination is so high, I'm going to work 10 times harder than them. So if I got to go in the gym to fight next week and the motherfucker I fight can beat Mike Tyson, that means my training is going to exceed anything Mike Tyson ever did in training. Why? Not because I'm better than Mike Tyson or can outfight Mike Tyson. No, that's not the reason. I'm not going to let no motherfucker win with my family at stake. You're just not going to win. I'm always finding a way to come out on top when my tribes are in danger. Y'all in danger. Been in danger and been the victims long enough. It's up to us now. Where's our brain matter? You know, if we don't get our brain matter under control and our heart space under control, they're going to continuously do this shit. When our time up, if we haven't produced Hoover, this is when everybody look like some fucking idiots when they drive the fuck off and go about their business and say, oh, they didn't really want free. They was just playing. They didn't really want free. They were just playing. It sounded good for the moment. It's the same as jacking off. It felt good, but it ain't going to make no baby. Feel good, produce nothing. This is what you do at church every Sunday. You go do some feel good shit. I'm not into that, right? So if that's how I feel, I'm not gonna settle for something less than what's the best. Why would I do that? That don't even make sense. So the reason this bitch ain't really towed up by the ships. Now we on the earth moving the weather. The Crips went to crib walk and set these thunderstorms off. Now these sisters is starting to do this, what they call sway of the matriarchs, where they start calling on Mother Earth while they dance and shaking their ass, and she's going to respond like she did in Detroit yesterday. Detroit don't get earthquakes. It was earthquake in Detroit yesterday. 313. That's a direct hit on the 7. That's me. Answering off the sway of the matriarch. They send me a direct message in the earthquake. Mother Earth sent me a direct message. Boom, son, I hear you. It's just down. Do y'all hear me? Do y'all hear me? Right? That's not the question is not, am I telling the truth? The question is, are you perceptive enough to determine the character and the level and the quality of the information you get is like nothing you've done before. T.D. Jakes don't talk like this. Freddie Price don't talk like this. Creflo Dollar don't talk like this. None of them imams, sheikhs, grand sheikhs, mystics from the east, sages, they done brought to y'all and gave y'all over here talk like this. You know why? Because they don't know how to do two things at the same time. Stand in the position of right, tell the truth. Most of them stuck on one. I'm stuck on two. Position of right, tell the truth. I'm mama's right-hand man. I listen to everything my mama said. I listen to everything my daddy said. I would reiterate to them after many years went by before they passed shit they said when I was 4 years old. Pop, you remember when you told me da 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 da? What? Boy, you remember that shit? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, so this is where we at. I'm trying to see if it's anything that I need to be addressing. Yes, Larry has a wife and children. Been married a long time. Any of y'all can reach out to Lil Larry. He ain't no bougie ass nigga. He real down to earth kid. Well, he ain't no kid no more, but we've been saying that so long in the nation, calling him Larry's kid. But he a grown ass fucking man. That's a on some free my daddy shit type shit. But to us, he's still just a prince, the boy prince. But he's a grown ass man. But on our affection, he's still just a prince, just a little prince running around waiting to be king. He's still the baby, the prince. In our perception, especially those that don't see him on a regular basis, he always little Larry, the prince, to us. And so, yeah, that Kanye know that now is the time. That's why he told Trump publicly. That was a primer for the public domain to see this shit finna be on a national level. Kanye was what you call the horse that carried the message to the top. He was the messenger. Basically, when he went to tell Trump to free Hoover, he wasn't talking to Trump. He was talking to the motherfuckers that was hiding behind that motherfucking Oval Office in the other room, listening to him talk to Trump. Them the motherfuckers he was talking to. Them lodge members that hold the key to the motherfucking capstone, right? Because you get the key from the keystone to open the capstone. And in the capstone is something called the time capsule. And in the time capsule is where they keep the contract and the resolution. And the resolution is a flag. And the flag is the flag of the Bays, right? So if y'all don't know what that is, the Bays are the chiefs that wear the feathers. The L's are the ones who wear the fez, right? The fez wearers came over here with something called conquistadors, challenged the feather wearers to a conjure war, right? And they cheated. You're not supposed to kill the chiefs that's going for the crown seat, for the high seat. You're not supposed to kill him in the 3D because he can't hold the seat if he's not in the 3D world. And this is why Garvey was so frustrated, because they was using our conjure on us, and then they was using what you call low vibrational means to keep their motherfucking position by not allowing anybody to take the test. So if you go and if you study Tupac, if you are familiar with a guy named Tanique Reviews, he was doing a Nipsey thing. He said every time a motherfucker get ready to cross the checkerboard, they kill him. I seen the hit, the order on Nipsey Hussle that his mama told me about. She flipped it to me in a sign. I read the sign she said, and I seen the order to Nipsey Hussle by the one we call him the King of the Rats. He's a Moor of them in the Moor Science Temple, but that's not originally where they from. The Moor Science Temple was not started by the invaders. It was started by Noble Drew Ali, the Cherokee High Chief, because he had to go into something called the Moorish Zionist Temple in order to know what was being done to us. And while he was doing the research on the Mother Line, Red Lodge, we had a guy that had already done the same work. It was two of them actually on the Father Line, Blue Lodge, named Prince Hall and Absalom Jones. Their names are code, right? So when you study their names, you could be able to understand that what the code was telling you, because it's either telling you the definition that the name means, or the names is spelling something out by their order being scrambled. Almost like an anagram of words. It's like you take a sentence and you put an out of context word there. This is how it works. When we see it, the chiefs see it, it's called reading it from the wind talk. And then we can use what we call incidents of life, that shit that happened in the normal course of events. We can read it as oracle readers in order to determine what's going on. So now we at the part where we informing the people. That's the main thing we're doing. Just all. As they become informed, all they got to do is flip a free Larry on whatever platform. If they don't have a platform, then they don't have to do nothing. We want the internet when they go to do say what's trending. Only thing that's trending is Larry Hoover. Ain't nothing else trending. That's it. Just let free Larry Hoover is the only thing trending. Well, after a certain number of people become aware of the struggle and what we doing in the movement, that number of people triggered something called the 100 monkey effect, or in physics it's called critical mass, right? So when the women be putting up these dancing videos and they saying free Hoover, it's showing the people that's been killing us in the physical world, we ain't a threat to you. We don't have to fight you. But while I'm dancing and telling you to produce my leader, I'm turning to loose my energy, giving it to Mother Nature to hit your bitch ass with a bolt of lightning. Right? That's how you do it. That's why the real reason not to use violence is not so you can get beat in the head marching. No, because you want the elements to fight for you, because you're going to show these motherfuckers your power. You want the animals to fight for you. You want the weather to fight for you. You want the earth itself to fight for you. You want to see the electrical storms. You want to hear the motherfucking rumble in the distance of the thunder. You want to know that when you look to that motherfucking sky and call for help, it wasn't on the deaf ear. The same shit they told you that you're not capable of doing because you're not who you are. This is the same shit you're going to use a